They called us dirty pigs, baby killers, terrorists.
3 swastikas and the word Nazi were written on the door of their off-campus apartment.
Jokes made of how we should just wipe out Jews, and that's really just the answer to all of the world's problems.
I'll tuck in my Jewish star when entering a classroom setting because I'm worried how others will perceive me.
Having gone to a Jewish day school from kindergarten to 12th grade, I was very used to being in a Jewish community. I was trying to look for that Jewish community right when I got to Pitt.
I grew up in Rockland County, which is a pretty Jewish area. I belong to a Reform synagogue in New City, and I've been going there my whole life, and I'm still a member of that congregation.
I've always worn a Jewish star, and I never really thought about wearing it because I always went to a Jewish day school, and I would say once I got to Pitt, I took a step back and think about that I'm wearing it and that I should keep wearing it.
When I came to college, it was a little hard for me to have that community because I came from being so involved with my synagogue to then being here where I was searching for it.
Israel is one of the worst offenders worldwide, and probably today the only racist country by law.
Israel was basically founded as a Jewish state on land that was ethnically cleansed from its indigenous population.
Propagating murder is not an expression of free speech. Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
We read the newspaper. We know about anti-Semitic and anti-Zionistic attacks. We were specific in selecting universities that had less of an environment of anti-Semitism.
One day in class, my professor, she said the people in power in Palestine are controlling the media there, and so people on the outside do not know what's going on.
He approached the lecturer after the discussion to express his concerns and his disagreement with the kind of language that was used during the classroom.
I looked around the room and it seemed like everyone was nodding or just didn't have any reaction to it. They just didn't really think of anything of it, really.
You know, at that point, his fear turned, or his concern turned to if his academic performance is going to be compromised by his viewpoints.
The following is a CNN special report.
In 2021, Cassie Blotner was kicked out of a group called New Paltz Accountability, or NPA, a group she co-founded for survivors of sexual assault. Why? Because she shared a post on Instagram about being a Zionist.
Comes my junior year, which was last year, they kicked me out of the group that I helped found because of my Jewish identity.
I worked with her on trying to get those students to sit down and talk to us and work it through nicely. Those students weren't open to anything.
What did it feel like being kicked out of a group that you started?
I feel like I'm having a bit of an identity crisis. It got as far as getting threats anonymously that the school neglected to look into. And I eventually decided to leave campus that semester.
The members of the UF Chabad Center are responding to anti-Semitic messages that were left feet away from their facility.
Officials at the UF Chabad Jewish Student and Community Center found multiple anti-Semitic chalk-written messages on and off campus, referencing rapper Kanye West, who previously made anti-Semitic remarks.
Our message is this will not only not have an effect, but this will unite our community, meaning the campus and Gainesville community, even more.
Ilan has a special relationship with the Chabad rabbi on campus at University of Pittsburgh, Rabbi Shmuley. So he spoke immediately after the class with Rabbi Shmuley.
I remember Bracha calling me and asking me what my class schedule was, offering to drive me to class if I didn't feel comfortable walking. And it was just nice that I knew the Jewish community was going to be there for me and that I could come back and have a safe space amongst all the horror.
Knowing that he had discussed the situation with the rabbi, I reached out. There was a coordination amongst Chabad on campus, along with the local Chabads, in terms of sharing information.
People in the Chabad on campus office were very helpful when it came to making the right connections, getting us in touch with the right organizations.
And I do think that it's part of our mission to strengthen a student in every way. How to live as a Jew on campus and when they go beyond the campus.
We are light workers. We bring light into the situation. With our Jewish students that are looking for their Jewish identity, who better to address what it means to be Jewish than you?
So many opinions that students have to give into that we want to give them a stronger identity, a stronger feeling that they can be who they are. And really that comes from educating, and it comes from a sense of brotherly love.
How have your thoughts changed about your Jewish future?
My thoughts have definitely changed a lot, which is upsetting to admit that, but it's just hard to imagine bringing children into a world that's filled with so much hate, and there's just a lot going on in our world. There's a lot of tension, and it's hard to imagine feeling comfortable and confident bringing people into this world. But with that being said, I know I'm not the only one who is fighting this good fight, and I would instill that in my children, that they should be proud of their Judaism. We have a community no matter what, and at the end of the day, we're stronger together.